BagFuel, baby.
Oh, we back.
Whoo, man.
We got a big show today, and I'm not even going to pause on who it is. We got Bigga, the man of God, in the building today.
Man.
What's going on?
What's poppin'?
It's good seeing you, man.
Man,
you know,
it's so
been
good
over a
seeing you,
year.
brothers. Yeah, it's been that long?
Yes,
Yeah,
we've been.
I didn't think it was over a
Yeah,
year.
it's been over a year.
We last saw you August of 2022.
Yeah, and
Wow.
and I still remember when we were all on the phone together.
So that's when we did the Tony Yayo?
Tony Yayo was actually
August.
September.
No, it was August.
Yeah.
We went to Atlanta in September. It didn't drop until September. It was August that we did Yayo.
Yeah, yeah, you're right.
Time flies.
Yeah, it does, man.
I didn't think it was that long. I thought that was more like November for some reason.
And then I remember when we were all on the phone after trying to make things right. It was me, you, Mecca, everybody, man. And I always appreciated the fact that you and Mecca really put your manhood, your souls on the line to keep this shit together. You know, a lot of people don't know that, and that's it was private, but you fought for that, and you barely knew us in the time frame, but you were like, nah, this feels good and this feels right. And that always mattered. And I had to say that on camera when the whole thing first went down. I said, Sean Bigga and Mecca fought. You know, and that's not a slight to anybody else. That's just knowing each other, man.
That was the truth because what we have built, you know, I felt everything is God, you know. So I can't ignore what the original team did. We kind of changed the world, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
You know, I mean, it is what it is.
Listen.
It can't be erased.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I wanted that to work out so good because if it would have worked out, it could have meant so much to others and inspired other brothers that's working together. Why can't a successful group ever get together and it be success from our culture? Why it always got to be some NWA, you know what I'm saying, some G Unit, some, you know, why always got to be that? And what hurt me during that time, it was being spoke about while we was right there.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't know if you guys
we caught
it. But it was being spoke about while we was right there. We was a part of the shows where it was all
it was
all going down.
We would go home and we would be in the car because we always would merge together. Like we was always big on although that we're a part of something, we were always BagFuel. We always came in together. We moved together. And we would be I didn't know. See, what people don't understand is I didn't know none of y'all until I came on the show.
Absolutely.
Right? And I spent 9 months there, and that's when I got to know everybody slowly. You know what I'm saying? I got to know you slowly. I got to know Mecca better. I got to know Math better. And me and Han would leave the show, and I would be like, yo, why everybody keep saying that? And I would be like, what's going on? And Hynaken would be like, you don't know, a lot of things has gone on in the past with different people, personalities. I'm not going to name no names. And people know what they're capable of. And I would be like, well, I'm not going to worry about that right now because we going in the direction that I felt that we couldn't break up. It was monumental the way it was.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And then it just resurfaces, and then you really understand who's who when everybody was really trying to hold it together. Because we all knew what we had. Like, people fight in this business and in this game. And when I say the business, I'm not talking about podcasting and just YouTubing. I'm talking about the entertainment world.
Yeah.
People fight for the synergy that we had.
Chemistry. Oh, my God.
Yeah, it was.
And you know, it's a little bit different from me because you got to understand, I knew Mecca 15 years independently, Math for 15 years. I knew Ghost before, I met Ghost before I met Esso. And then, you know, you and I, we would sit next to each other and people don't know how much conversations we had off camera. Like we spoke about a lot of shit, social media, business, spirituality. So that's why a lot of the times when it'd be time like, yo, Bigga, talk. Because I got hype. I'm like, yo, he's going to shut down the room. And you know that. I was like, yo, what did Bigga say? Because we needed every piece of balance. And
that's what was the key that we had. It was definitely the balance. It was the balance. Because when people would look at you, laugh, and
go clowning around. I know what it is.
They would, then I would come back with the seriousness. SO would come with the business. It was a great balance. And this is something else I don't know if you guys noticed. We're talking about. Because I think he noticed it, and he maybe noticed later, But I don't know if the world noticed. But the key to the show was we were having conversations.
Yes.
It was barbershop conversations. And by us having those barbershop conversations as men coming from different spectrums that we came from, we showed the world something different. From me, now I could be totally wrong.
We on the same page.
The celebrities and the people that got attracted to the show got attracted to the barbershop conversation. And then they wanted to be a part of that. Somewhere it went from a barbershop conversation to an interview. That's not what we was doing.
Let me say this. When I first came and saw y'all, and the show ran late, and I just came to just hold Hynaken down because that's how we roll, I was like, yo, like, what the hell's going on at this show? Like, is it Q&A? Is it like, what's going on? I see the people here, but I was like, I just don't get it. I didn't get it at first, right? What was the change? I got questions for you. What was the change? Because you was there from the beginning. What was the change from where it was to where that 9 or 10 months we took it when we was up there?
So I wasn't there from the actual beginning. Okay. Space Ghost would know a little bit better exactly when I came in, but it was a few months in. It wasn't a year, I spent a lot of time outside,
He was around.
Yeah, I didn't want to come in.
Oh,
you know
okay.
what I'm saying?
Okay.
I was his friend, you know what I'm saying? His brother. I didn't want to, that wasn't really my thing,
Okay.
So that's why I really didn't come in. But what was your question again?
What was the difference from when you was there, when you started knowing what was going on?
It was open conversation.
To the time when we came in. What was the change from when me and Hynaken came on the show when we had that?
So it was open when I came in, it was different people there before y'all came. And it was still basically that, an open conversation. When y'all came, it just was the right chemistry.
Okay.
Y'all made the chemistry so well. The Hynaken, he's hilarious. You know what I'm saying? No, really, for real.
He could break the ice.
Yes,
in the room.
He's hilarious, and he made me laugh. You know what I'm saying? The jokes was just great. You know what I'm saying? Then your business perspective and what you brought to the table, and then what I brought, it all worked to that was like the right ingredients right there. So it wasn't that something changed. It was still the same thing. It's just that when we came, it clicked up so much better than Math really liked you guys at first. That's what it appeared to be. You know what I'm saying? And he wanted to he wanted to build something with you guys. He wanted you guys to do, like he said that he sent me the clip, he wanted you guys to do shows under him.
Okay.
But I would like to ask y'all. It's a couple.
You can ask us questions.
Yeah, it's a few questions.
Yeah, go for it.
That the world need clearance that need to
clearance. All right.
No, and the most respectable man.
Let's be respectful.
So you know me before him. I just would like to ask, how do you know me exactly?
I heard about you and I saw you on the episodes, but I didn't understand the complete dynamic between you and Math.
No, you saw, all right, so let me give you a look. You saw me way before the episodes.
Where you seeing
so
Math?
take your time and think.
The only other place would have been like at battle rap events.
No, saw me with Math.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, but it was before the show. Before I was going on the show.
I don't remember.
LES.
What's that? I know that spot.
They used to do the rapping that they talk about.
No, they used to have some game room thing down there, you know.
Yes,
all that, and we used to see each other down there.
Mm-hmm.
And that was before I was coming on the show.
Yeah, that was before.
So when
you was in the cut, man.
Yeah. So when you first saw me, what was your impression? What you thought I was?
I'm so used to seeing people with Math. I'm just like, all right. Math always rolls with people who can handle themselves and who's thorough, and everybody can hold each other down. Mm-hmm. So I'm already like, this guy's here to create a safe environment if shit go left. And that's not because anybody's a fucked up person. That's just the nature of the business we're in. So I'm like, this guy's that deal. You understand? So even other people who we've had on the show, they could identify, if this shit go down, this guy's going to take out 5 of us.
So you thought I was security?
No. Mm-hmm. I didn't think that. Some people like to label that, but it's a little bit different because of your body language and your posture, and you don't really converse with people. You're not with the fluff. You don't want to give the impression of any level of weakness or opportunity to hustle in. But some people, that's the label they give because they don't know how to identify you. Mm-hmm. But I know it's a little bit deeper than that.
Yes. And I respect that. But for the world,
they would say security.
Exactly.
Yes, they would say security.
Did it appear that I protected him?
Yes. Yes.
When you first met me, what was your impression?
I thought that you was security and you was holding the barbershop down, and I thought you was Math's right-hand man.
All right. So the clearance for the world, I never was his security. Mm-hmm. Never was his bodyguard or anything. I'm a boss. Mm-hmm. When you met me, which was probably like 2018, mm-hmm. Can you remember what type of vehicle I was driving that Math is driving in with me?
No, I don't recall that.
I mean, I didn't know that you. I'm going to jump in. Like, I didn't know that you was getting money until we started talking.
Yeah.
And then I saw you drive up in your whip, and I was like, this nigga got a whip like this.
Yeah.
And then I started listening to you saying that you get people jobs, and then you would be on the camera saying, yo, if anybody need to do security, hit me up. Mm-hmm. So I started paying attention. I said, oh, this nigga's not no bodyguard security nigga. He has his own company. He get money. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I got from it.
He drives the type of vehicles you need tire insurance for. Because that's how me and Bigga talk. I was like, I know you got the tire. And he's like, how you know? And so that's boss level shit.
Yeah, he drives nice cars. Yeah. His clothes is real. He puts money into himself. So I realized
and I'm not the type, it's not a bragging thing, but it's points that need to get made with all of this.
As we develop the story.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So it's understood now. If y'all didn't know, I was never his security. You know what I'm saying? I was not his bodyguard.
Yeah.
I was his brother. I was his friend. You know what I'm saying? I took a liking to him, you know what I'm saying? And I have love in my heart, and that's how I am, and I wanted to see him win. Mm-hmm. You know, now, I don't know numbers. You know, I don't know this whole thing. Yes. You know what I'm saying? But when I joined the platform, do you know when you joined the platform?
Yeah, I know when I joined. I know the numbers.
What's the number?
It was 269,000 he had, which I thought was a tremendous number.
Yeah, that was great.
When we weren't there no more, it went up to 616 when we was there. Mm-hmm. And after the shows, because I was paying attention, after they dropped the shows, the last shows that we was on, like the Tony Yayo and all that, it went up to 700,000. He had like 700,000 and change. Mm-hmm. By the time we were like done with all the shows that we had filmed.
That's like 500,000.
Almost 500,000. And
years.
Cause it wasn't 2 years, it was 9 months.
9 months, Bigga.
500,000.
Yes.
It's only been a year, Bigga.
We've been off the show longer than we were actually on the show.
Bigga.
Are you kidding me?
Yes.
No, hold on. Let's say that.
On the show. I got on the show January of 2022. I filmed my last show August 22nd of 2022.
We've been off the show longer
than we was on the show.
Than we were on the show.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Everybody keeps saying that.
Yeah.
And I'll be like,
because what we did was so
impact was
amazing.
so biblical.
was so great. We worked,
Yes, what we did was so
a lot.
amazing.
We ramped up the working schedule. So he went from filming occasionally to being able to film 4 times a week because
minimum. Because
at first we were the guests for a while. It was no other guest that was coming on. I was the guest and Hynaken was the guest.
Mm-hmm.
So being that chemistry worked, he could now film without waiting for Fat Joe, without waiting for 21 Savage. We didn't have to wait for nobody. Yo, fire it up. Let these motherfuckers go crazy.
Yeah, we didn't need
Let
to.
him crack jokes. Let him talk about the business. We gonna
was
fight
us.
on camera.
It was us.
We us. So when people saw us being us, I always said that people saw us being us, then the guests started pouring in.
Yeah,
and
like how you explained in the beginning.
I swear to God, Bigga, and I'm gonna just make this last point. I was in the house calling Hynaken like, yo, I hate the fucking fact that we keep having these guests on the show. And he would be like, we need guests. I'd be like, fuck the guests. We the stars of the show.
I said that.
We don't need the guests. Let the guests clamor and want to come on and splash them in. But I was wrong because when the guests started coming, that's what transcended the show.
Yeah, of course.
So I definitely was dead ass wrong about
and with the beauty of the guests, you never knew who their favorite was. A random person would come and say, Bigga's my favorite.
Yep.
Or they'd be like, Space Coast my favorite. Or Mecca. You just never knew who resonated with who. So everybody was somebody's flavor for whoever came up there. You know what I'm saying? And that's as I saw, I was like, yo, these people really digging what Bigga is saying, man. Especially off camera. I remember Guru wanted to challenge you, not in like a man way, but like your beliefs, your knowledge. And I'm like, Guru, that's with Jay-Z, sitting there going back and forth. I'm like, this shit is amazing.
You know when I knew it was taking up a whole nother life, and it was because of Bigga, because Bigga wasn't talking a lot.
Yeah,
and motherfuckers would sit in the seat, and the first thing they would say, Bigga, man of God. And I would be like, oh, we going crazy.
Oh, we going crazy.
If they coming to worship a dude that's gonna say 2 or 3 impactful lines, and they're waiting for the 3 lines, I say, oh, we up right now. We up.
So one of the things, again, that, I get that one of the things that made me feel so good about the show is that all around the world people have contacted me. I had people come visit me from London, people constantly, thousands and thousands of people, on my Instagram, and that encouraged me, and that made me, as a boss, not have no way of dedicating my time and coming to spend time and build what we were building. Again, I wasn't in this atmosphere, so I don't know how these things work, and no one ever taught me. No one ever showed me or let me know, So even things now, I ask you guys, I don't know, that I don't know. So how does that all work? From 500, say this 500,000, you become a millionaire from that? Is that do you get money from that?
What happens is, and let's be clear, I didn't know nothing about YouTube neither. All right, I had to go and start asking questions and start learning. It's still a lot that I don't know, but I do know about the money side of it. The money comes from the views and the commercials and the ads. So you could have the same amount of views. Say me and Math got the same amount of views. We could have 1 million views each, right? But the amount of money that he makes off his million could be $10 or $15. Mine could be 4, or it could be 40. It all depends on what they gauge it to be, and that's how you make the money, right? Generally, you know how much, or if somebody is making money, generally by the views that they're making. You know what I'm saying?
You have a scale of understanding how much you're coming in.
Like, even if it's from $4 to $10, this motherfucker is making a lot of money. So that's how it goes. Generally, if your followers are going up the way that they were subscribers, if your subscribers are going up the way we were going up, 500,000 in 9 months,
it's rolling in.
You're
it's
making a grip.
rolling in.
It's happening because you're getting the subscribers and you're getting the views. And that's when when things started to move like that for us, that's when I came in, because people were already paying me to be on shows. You know what I'm saying? So when I was approached to be permanently on the show, I was saying I'm doing a relationship show and they pay me. I could be on your show because they're two totally different things. But if you want me to be there permanently, you got to pay me. And we were in negotiations to get paid. He was, I'm going to say this on camera, he wasn't thinking about getting paid, but I called him. And I said, yo, bro, he got to pay me. Right? And if he got to pay me, you know who else he got to pay? He got to pay you, because we a team. You know what I'm saying? You can't have one teammate coming in and I'm the one that was lastly doing this. Like, everybody else was doing this way before me, so I can't go get paid, and he turned to get paid. And then that's how we started negotiation about getting paid to be on the show. Because I think the only person who was getting paid was Space Ghost.
Yeah, at that time.
You know what I'm saying? So then I learned that, people are generating money on YouTube. I learned that from It at the Table. I'm sorry. I was on a relationship show, and I was like, how are they making money? And then they would school me on, you make money on views and ads and YouTube. And I said, yo, people are really making money. I did not know people were making real money on YouTube. All right? So then when I came to people like Ghost and Hynaken, they looking at me like, what country are you from, bro? This is big money out here that people is
There's some
making.
guys, a bad month for them is 80,000.
Yeah.
That's a bad month.
Some guys.
All right. So now that you say that, what would you, as not in anyone's business, a show that was generating like ours was generating, how much you think, not him in
honestly,
particular?
I don't want to say on camera.
I don't want to say on camera.
We know how much it was generating.
We know how much.
That's why I'm saying not follow me. I'm not saying him. A show
like
that. Exactly.
In my assumption, a show like that,
a lot of money.
But what's a lot of money?
A show
monthly, a lot of money.
Monthly,
50,000,
6 figures.
How much? Hold on. What did you say?
50,000 a month.
It could be more than that. It could be more than that.
You're low.
It could be more than that.
Keep going up.
100,000.
Yeah.
Keep going up.
It could be more than
more
that.
than 100,000 a month.
Keep going up.
It could be more than that.
You see that nigga smiling? We know the number.
Yo,
more
listen,
than 100,000.
Keep going up.
Copy. And that's beautiful. You know what I'm saying?
Nothing wrong with that.
I think that's a beautiful.
People fight for that.
I think that's a beautiful thing, but I.
Are you still on the show, Bigga?
I was gonna get to that, but I'm trying to let him.
The last several shows, I have not been on the show. No, I haven't.
Is there a reason why you have not been on the show lately?
I would say that me and my brother, our paths came. It came to a fork in the road. It was everything you're saying. I've been hearing. I am a boss and I am who I am, but I still got to deal with my family. I have a wife. I have children. I have a father. I have close friends that's business people. And it's become a problem after a while when I got to keep hearing from them. But are you getting paid? Are you getting any money from this? He's not giving you no money. You know what I'm saying? You're not getting paid. And I want to say I'm not doing this for money. You know what I'm saying? I do this. When the people see me and they say they hear Christ, I like that. It makes me feel good. And my people look at me, yeah, don't be stupid.
I spoke to you.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly.
Plenty of time.
Exactly. And I'm
what was
like,
the conversation like?
I mean, we gonna talk candid here. Like,
Yeah.
I told Bigga straight up.
Yo, listen, I didn't understand. I know why I was why he didn't like me, because I was a catalyst for everybody getting paid. That was a big deal. Nobody was getting paid. Nobody even gave a fuck. Hynaken did not give a fuck. Hynaken was on some like, we're going to go be monumental and we're going to make our money the way that we've been making our money and all that shit. And yes, it was me.
And Bigga, real shit, it might not came off to Math like that. He and I had a lot of arguments. I would be more in favor for Math and he wouldn't.
Nope.
Not in a bad way. And there'd be times Math would be like, yo, you always on this side. I said, Math, real shit, I fight for you with this argument back and forth because there was a lot of things he was trying to make happen. And I said, once we came on the show and we all started having the synergy you said, it became a brand new show to the audience. So when all the record label people were calling, first thing they said was, "Are you guys permanent?" See, people don't understand that type of lingo. They're saying, I got it, but do I want to merge with you guys, or is this going to blow up before I jump ship and merge with you guys? Because everyone was ecstatic about how different we look, how we all sounded, but we were all grown men. But a lot of the times, I would always speak more favorably for Math because I've known him the longest.
And I didn't understand what that meant. I got to jump in because when they kept on saying, "Are we permanent?" I don't know this stuff. I'm calling Hynaken. Why? Yo, I'm waiting till they leave. And I'm like, why the fuck do they keep saying that? And he would be like, because he switches out and he does this. And I would look at Hynaken and I'll be like, I'm not worried about if he switch us out. And Hynaken would look at me, I'll be like, if people like us, they got to follow us wherever we going. And if he would switch us out, why would somebody, to me, when you make it magic, I would just be like, why would somebody even think about doing that? To me, it made no sense. Everything was perfect. Even the fact that you were talking more and
it was beautiful.
And Hein would throw the ball to you, I would sit there and think. And now I'm coming in here waiting like, let me see what the fuck Bigga gonna say.
Because you would stop the room.
We would come in before time, doing push-ups, fucking with ghosts. It was more of an enjoyment and a family affair. But what I can say is this: when business gets involved, shit gets tricky.
And that, for me, that was another thing me and my brother started hitting heads with. You can't say it's about business with me if we ain't doing business. You know what I'm saying? You can't talk to me. I'm a real businessman. You know what I'm saying? If I'm your friend, I'm your friend. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm doing business with you, that's something totally different. You know what I'm saying? If I'm dedicating my time, sacrificing my time, donating my time, that's charity almost. You know what I'm saying? But if you start saying, well, Bigga, you late. Whoa.
How am I late?
How am I late?
I was confused, Bigga, but the security dudes that you was giving the job was getting paid and you wasn't getting paid.
Oh, okay.
We're going to get to all of that.
All right, my bad.
If you're saying I'm late, how am I late? I don't work for you. If you're saying I'm late, I don't work for you. We don't do business together. You know what I'm saying? The time if I show up and you don't want to let me in on the show, all right, then just don't let me in on the show. But you can't say I'm late. I tell my employees that they're late, and I also pay my employees. Right there is kind of hitting heads. Now, for me, it wasn't about the money. It was about building something, which I kind of think Hynaken might have been on. Let's build something. Let's build this pot. Let's cook this pot, and the pot has got the gumbo and everything in it, and then we all cook.
The reason why I kept having the money conversation with you, because that was me when I first started with Flip. That was my purpose. Let me build. And I was secure. I got a job. Even with Math, I had a job. So it was like, let's just build this, be the biggest it can. When I realized it wasn't even about the money with Flip. I love Flip. I wish him all the best. But it was just like, this is not going to go where I need it to go, the way I needed to go. I left the situation.
And you told me.
Yeah.
And you saw how hurt I was.
I told Math, when we started with Math, he got to pay me. And it started at a low pay, and we gradually went up as the pay went up. And then when you got, I told you, Big, I said, Bigga,
but he had to gradually.
But he had to pay you. Paid, bro.
But he had to pay you, Ghost, because you saw the money.
Yeah.
You saw the account.
It's only 3 people that seen the money.
And who 3 saw the money? Ghost, Hynaken, and Math. Me and Bigga didn't see no money. Okay.
No, nothing was ever explained to me about this.
But my thing, Bigga, because we gonna explain. I don't understand how you would employ other people. Explain to me this logic. You're gonna employ other people that are getting a check, and you're not getting a check. To me, and although you, his man, we were all secure in the barbershop because we knew you was there.
And the way you set it up, I'm not gonna say how you set it up. We was gonna win every battle.
And
let's keep it real.
And not only that, like, let's be for real. Like, you know this more than they know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Who cleaned up the shop?
You and Ghost. So,
I don't even know.
Bigga cleaned up.
yeah,
A lot of shit.
yeah.
He did.
So not only I'm a boss,
Mm.
not only do I drive home to a 4-story mansion upstate New York, not only do I have over 100 employees myself, I'm finding time to dedicate to come to this show all the time and shoot with you guys. I'm the last one in there. I'm cleaning up and throwing out the trash.
But why was you doing that for no pay, Bigga?
Because he
I
wanted
don't
to build.
understand.
Listen,
And
listen.
that's
But we wanted
what,
to
That's
build-
his man.
That's what I
but
want
they gotta
you
come
to
a time,
understand.
but maybe because I didn't know everybody and I wasn't self-involved. I was building too. Okay. Then the infamous Revolt Deal. I bought
yeah,
my
the
man,
fake Revolt
I
Deal.
bought my man Byron to the table. Right.
Who's Byron?
Byron is post man.
And who does he manage?
He used to manage French Montana.
Okay, make sure you
He
say that
manages
right,
other
nigga.
people right now.
And who else was there at the
He's still
meeting?
Puffy, my man K Mac.
Who does he manage?
He doesn't. He manages other people.
No, don't do
It
that.
doesn't. Relax.
Bigga was in the room.
Bigga was in what room?
Bigga wasn't.
He'll get to it.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's why I'm getting to it, because I know Bigga knows certain things too.
Apologies, guys.
And I want to
My
clear
fault.
it up too. I bought the whole Revolt situation was birthed because during Corona, they wanted me to come out and do what you call it, pilots or
Like
whatever.
test shoots, pilots.
Test shoots.
In California.
But they wanted me to do test shoots in Cali during Corona. I was afraid. I take care of my mother and father. I helped take care of my mother and father. I didn't want to go do that. So when the show started to blow up with me on it, I called my people at the Revolt, which was Byron, right? He's not at Revolt, but he has the connection, you know what I'm saying, with Puffy. And I said, yo, Puffy need to jump on the show. I'm on the show. They wanted me to do Revolt. The show is cooking. It's filmed uptown. We got location. It's a golden jewel for Revolt. They didn't even know about the show. Okay? I said, yo, let's take a meeting. They started to do the research, and they was like, yo, this show is a big deal in the streets. The streets love it. We was at 300,000. All right? We took a meeting at Lido's uptown. They met, and I put Math with the people directly. They wanted to manage him. I said, don't manage him. I said, the only person he wants to manage him is me. And Math was right there. I would do everything in front of Math's face. I didn't pull no punches because I respected Math and I appreciated us being on a platform. I was gaining popularity. So I wasn't pulling
we all did.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I
we
wasn't,
benefited from that.
pulling no punches with him because I thought we were growing to a brotherly type of relationship. So when you do with your brothers, you tell them motherfuckers to their face. I tell Ghost how I feel. I tell Hynaken how I feel. I tell them to their face. Don't manage this man. He only wants me to manage him, and I'm not managing him. Only work on the production. They sent him paperwork, which they did. They sent him a low offer, and I said, yo, don't worry about it. I said, just send them back. Go get a lawyer.
A counter offer.
I said, go get a lawyer and just send them back a counter.
Let's expand on that. He's like, because Math, the money that was coming in, they didn't know how much money the show was generating. So they had to go inside his YouTube. And when they saw what was happening, they were dumbfounded.
But that was after the fact.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is to go back, he felt the pressure like we kind of was going to force him to like put pressure on him to take the deal. And Esso, to his credit, said, Math, don't take that number.
Yeah.
He said, trust me, don't take that number.
I said, they're just sending you something so you can mark it up
Yeah.
and you move on. Then this is why, and I did that because nobody was making money. And I said, this is how we all could get paid. I said, we're all going to get paid off of this. And since I was a businessman, I said, I'm going to take the forefront. I'm going to grab the bull by the horns for the unit, and I'm going to get this done. And I'm going to coach him on how to do it. He didn't want to get a lawyer. He didn't want to send a counter. All he kept on calling me saying, why would they send me $300,000? Yo, they disrespected me. And I would be like, I don't know what you're making. I still didn't know at the time. I said, I don't know what you're making. Just send them back a counter, and we'll go from there. And for somehow, some shape, form, or fashion, I think Byron dropped the ball in some ways, which I heard later because I said I'm not going to be involved. And I just didn't understand. Like, he kept on saying, oh, SO bought this fake deal. And I was like, I didn't have nothing to do with the deal. The paperwork was always going to be in your name. And that's how Revolt, the language, and Revolt even got involved with my expert opinion. I just want to clear that up. That wasn't no trying to put nobody with nothing. So then after the Revolt deal fell through and it wasn't going right, I told Hynaken, I said, yo, we got to get paid. And then, not for nothing, the girl who owns the studio, Mandy, called me when I was on set of My Expert Opinion. And I had went viral. And she said, yo, come and meet up with me. We need to talk about doing the show.
How soon was it after you said that everybody had to get paid that this happened, this went down?
That we got paid?
Yeah, that we broke up.
We only got paid for 2 months, maybe.
So it was
July.
Pretty soon.
Nah, it was earlier than that.
No, he sent the paper. I didn't sign it. I did
Still
not
owes
sign
money.
it. He still owes me money. But I signed. Yeah. He sent the paperwork before, but I wasn't signing it. If you remember, I was like, this isn't right. I wasn't signing it.
Yeah, you was marking
Everybody had it, and I was the one.
So y'all got contracts and everything.
Yeah, we had a contract. This is the
I never saw a contract.
This is the crazy shit about it. Yes, we are. I asked him, I said, does Mecca got a contract? But Mecca was getting paid too. Mm-hmm. So I know Mecca got a contract because he was telling Mecca to bring in guests. It was incentive laden. Like, if you bring a guest, you get money, you get this, you get that. I signed it last. And he waited for me to sign it. You know what I'm saying? After we signed it, that's when everything, I'm going to be honest, that's when everything went left.
And he never signed it.
Hold on. What did you say, Ghost?
And he never signed it himself.
Yeah, he never signed it.
Yeah, that's one thing we kept quiet. And to make a contract valid, both parties' signatures got to be on it.
I'm going to tell you like this, Bigga.
And he called me about that.
Matt's biggest mistake with me and paperwork is this is what I always did. So when Hynaken would be worried about things, I would be like, Hynaken, if he fuck up, we're a free agent. Mm-hmm. He can't, like, he's still running this thing on Vlad. Like, we did the show. We had BagFuel prior to Math. Hynaken didn't want us to film it anymore against my wishes. Mm-hmm. We didn't film it.
That's a fact.
We didn't film it no more.
Whose idea was it to film again?
It was actually my idea to film again.
All right,
but let's clean
this up.
No.
Let's be fair because he wants to know. It was actually my idea to film again, and he was fronting on me. And when you said what's up with BagFuel, you would film it because I wanted to ask you to film it, and we was like, we can't ask Mass cameraman to bring BagFuel back.
I'm gonna give you something.
All right,
I'm gonna give you something. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how well you noticed this at the time. And this is only, again, my perspective from just watching, just being there watching. It probably didn't have anything to do with none of that stuff. You know, I think a lot of things was used as excuses. You know what I'm saying? Okay. He's going to make up excuses, probably even with me. You know, he's going to, but, you know, it was excuses. It'd be deeper stuff. So with you personally, Hynaken, he's gone because he's your brother. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
That's it. He said it as much when we spoke on the phone.
No, let the man speak. Let me
finish. He's gone because he's your brother. This is what you didn't peep. Or maybe you did. You know what I'm saying? I hate names and all of this stuff because, again, make this clear. I'm not into none of that. So don't ever try to, you know, like do that with me. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not going to go nice. Now, with that being said, you know, I think it was Funkmaster Flex. And I don't think no one peeped it.
Why you say that?
I know. So.
It wasn't Clue?
Hold on.
Yeah, we're going to get to it. It was Funkmaster Flex. So, during that time, it was the thing going on with Math music being played. You know Math wanted to be on Clue, and he was on your ass about why, you know, ain't Clue playing his music. You and him kept going back and forth with stuff like that.
We went back and forth with music a lot.
Yeah, but specifically Clue, because Clue is your guy. So that was a confusion. If Clue is your guy, why is my music not being played and we all now connected? You know, and you didn't want to really answer that. You used to always your attitude was like, you just wanted to focus on the show.
Now I remember what
You didn't want to have nothing to do with that. You just wanted to deal
He's about
with
to add into the piece
show.
of this.
You didn't want to deal with the reality of his music.
That's a fact.
Now,
And then that one
that
day-
was
That was
wait,
a
let me
hidden
finish.
secret?
Yeah, you know, we already know
I'm
what.
gonna let Bigga say it because Bigga don't know some things.
Yes.
No,
Then
we gonna
do
clean
this.
it up.
I want to
No,
let Bigga
let me-
finish.
Yeah, keep going, Bigga.
Again, this from my perspective.
Okay.
It's a great perspective.
Funkmaster Flex got, I don't know how it happened,
Played
but
his song?
he played Math song.
You know why he played it?
I want to hear.
Do
but
you
let
know why
me
he
get
played it?
to it?
Do
Let
you
me
know
get-
why Funkmaster Flex played the song?
Tell me.
Cause of me.
Okay.
Do you know that, Bigga?
But this-
Funk
no,
Flex
I
called me-
don't.
No,
Let me
it's
tell you,
deeper than this.
Funkmaster Flex called me when I was at OVO Fest last year.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I took my wife with me because they wanted to meet me up there.
Mm-hmm.
And Flex called me. He said, "Yo, what's up with your man Math?"
Mm-hmm.
I said, "Flex, why are you calling me? You know, like I didn't want no problem with Flex. Everybody know Clue is my man."
Mm-hmm.
And at the time, him and Flex was not getting along. So I'm like, "Yo, this is the main reason why I didn't want to get in the middle of the music thing." Because I didn't know me and Flex was going to be cool and him and Clue was going to squash it. It was shit going on. You got to do what you got to do. And I'm not in the music business no more. I said because people that are artists are too stressful for me. I'm older. I had to deal with my health. And I explained to Math, I said, "Yo, bro, I'm helping to take care of my moms and shit. My mind isn't on the music business right now. I don't even listen to music at all." That's where I was with it. But I said, since you want to do music, I'm going to come to your house. Didn't we go to his house?
Yes.
When he lived in Midtown. He doesn't live there no more, so I can say it because I'm not telling where nobody stay at. You know what I'm saying? We went to his old crib, and I stayed up there with him for hours, Bigga, and explained to him what he would have to do to get his music off the ground. The same music he kept coming to play for us. So when he's coming to play the same music for all the other people, I heard it already. I actually picked records. Said, go with that record, go with this record, go with that record. And if you're willing to do this, he said, will you be my, not my manager, my project manager? I said, if it gets to that point, I got you. Because then I don't have to be with you all the time. I can help you from the phone. But
get to the Flex part, because now.
And then Flex, he thought what Flex was challenging him. He thought Flex was challenging him on some beef, like
play him,
like trying to play him, like your record is whack. And I called him before Flex called me. Word to my dear sister, I called Math. I said, Math, this is an opportunity he's giving you. I said, we're hot. Because I even would call Hynaken and randomly Bigga, and I was like, who's the hottest niggas in fucking New York City? Hynaken would be trying to figure out. I said, us, motherfucker, we the hottest niggas in New York City. Right? And I knew that. So when Flex challenged Math, he gave Math a platform to showcase his music. Math thought he was beefing with him. I said, yo, he's not beefing. It's entertainment, Math. This is how he's setting up the plate to get people to come hear your music. Math wasn't doing it. He was going on live on YouTube at 7 o'clock when he was supposed to be on Flex. Flex is calling my phone, like, what's up with your man? And I convinced Math. I said, Math, Flex is not going to play you. He just wants you to do this. Call him right now. After he did that, Flex played the record. Then we hit 500,000 subscribers. Ghost was gone. He rented the studio downtown, and we all went to drink champagne. And that's the day when he was like, yo, so why Clue's not playing my record? I was like, why Clue not playing your record? I was lost. And the way he set up, he had Hynaken filming it. So now I'm pissed at this nigga. Because I'm like, why are you filming this stupid shit, right?
But this ties into what I'm saying.
All right, I'm going to tell you. So I'm like, why are you filming it? Hynaken didn't know what he was filming. So I turn around and say, well, you know what Clue don't like? Niggas pressing me to get their record played. That's not going to work. Nobody's going to press me to get Clue to play a record. I'm not DJ Clue. I don't spin the records. All right? And then that's when Hynaken stopped filming because I was pissed. And I left out we hit 500,000 and I left out the studio that day. I said, this shit with me and Math is almost over. I said, right now is the first day he got on my nerves.
After he played Math's song, he set that whole thing up. From my perspective. So, I don't know if you saw when he played the song. So when he played the song, then you had to know that that was indirectly pretty much coming. Wasn't even indirectly, start coming at your man. After he played the song, as soon as he played the song, he said, I give out a challenge. He said, I give out a challenge. All other New York DJs.
I remember that.
DJ Clue, you play the record. I challenge it now to happen. That was not good. That was a chess move in my perspective. He had to know that, again, you on the show, Math is your man, and that Clue is your man. He just made a sticky situation. And that's exactly now when you were sitting there and Math was like, but why the fuck Clue ain't playing my record? Because Math heard Flex say that.
Gotcha.
And the challenge. So that whole thing right there kind of got a
Flex
little
is supposed to create
the last
propaganda.
night you was on the show, that's what you and him was arguing about.
Oh man, that was a tricky situation. Man.
That other stuff about shooting the show and all that stuff, that was kind of, he would have been mad about that, but it was more about the music.
Since we clearing stuff up, listen, we offered him BagFuel. When he gave us the paperwork that you don't know about, the paperwork said, will you develop another show? I said, we don't have to develop another show because we'll give you BagFuel. You can just pay us for BagFuel. He was like, I don't want that shit.
Yeah, he laughed in our face.
He laughed. He's like, I don't want that shit. And he came up with the drop.
The drop.
And I was like, why would we do the drop, Math? Because it's too many people, right? It's 4 people in the studio, blah, blah, blah. I said, let's do this. He didn't want BagFuel. And everything, I said, Hynaken, I don't understand why would he not want BagFuel? Because he's in the business of trying to hold on to us, and we're giving it to him on a platform because we were looking at like, we just gonna build right here. My thing is, if you make an agreement to pay me $500 a show, right? Just pay me. That's it. I don't care if you're making $200,000 a show. I really don't. I'm honest. If I make an agreement with you and I'm cool with that agreement, I'm not thinking about the money that you're making now. But if you don't pay me,
now I gotta look at it.
Now I gotta look at it.
Now we pocket watching.
Yeah.
Right?
No, and his that argument between Esso and Math, now that you mention it, that pissed me off. I had an argument with Esso afterwards about it.
I remember.
I also remember when I pulled Math to the side and I didn't want you and Mecca to. It wasn't because I didn't want y'all to hear. It was something that was said that I didn't want between him and Math. I was like, Math.
He didn't have no consideration for my mother. That was the whole thing with me and Math. Math would if I had to go take care of my mother in Pittsburgh, he would be upset. If my father didn't want to move to New York because we were trying to move him, don't your father know what we got to do what we're doing with the show? I'll be like, my mother's fucking sick fighting for her life. Don't nobody.
And that's what I said to Math. That's why I didn't want you and Mecca there.
And then he made a comment to me like, well, should I care about your mother? And I looked at him crazy. I said, nobody asked you to care about my mother. I don't even know you. I don't even know you. That's the stuff that was going on. Then niggas would walk off, and then he tried to start a whole nother fight with me when niggas was gone.
And that's when
I
jumped
the whole
in.
Shit.
Remember that? And then
if niggas really want to know, he asked me, should he be considerate of my sick mother? No, you don't have to be considerate of my sick mother. That's my job, and that's why I did what I had to do. So and then beyond that, he talking about girls just talking about me on Instagram.
Please, I don't want that.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's so many different things that he just kept on trying to do behind the scenes to get at me that was bigger than DJ Clue, bigger than that. Like nigga, like Clue playing your record and my mother is no fucking comparison, my guy.
But
you see what I'm saying?
And from there, then that's when the pay stopped. He would pay us and then it wouldn't come in.
Yeah.
So Esso sat and said, we need to start shooting BagFuel to protect ourselves again.
Yeah.
So we can generate this other level of money. Because if we're not, we're gonna be stuck.
And he said on Vlad that he fired y'all because y'all was shooting BagFuel.
First of all, he never fired. You have to talk, like you said, you're not an employee because he never paid you. To fire somebody, you have to talk to them. You have to send them a letter. You have to do something to
I just
fire
can't fire him.
You didn't fire me. I never got fired. I walked away. We had a contract. You breached the contract. I said, Hynaken, if you want to go fight this contract to be on the show, there's somebody who don't want you on, you go ahead. Or you could just take it as a breach of contract and you a free agent. He can't stop us now. And I said, I'm choosing to be a free agent because I believe in myself. And my key thing to the story is this, and this is real shit. That night that I made my decision, Clue called me. He said, what happened with Math? He said, yo, bro, don't even worry about it. If you need something, I'll start a show with you. I got you. You my mans. And Space Ghost. And I told my wife, I said, if Space Ghost calls me, because we had shot one BagFuel. I said, if Space Ghost hits me and says he's still in my corner, I'm not even gonna worry about it. I'm just gonna move on. Y'all must have filmed. Space Ghost hit me at 2:10 a.m. and said, yo, I'm still shooting your shit. So from that point, I said, yo, I'm off the show. I'm gonna keep going. Yo, Han, we gotta go to Atlanta. Let's do promo until they know we not on the show. But what's so crazy is the shit was so monumental that's all the shows people still talking about right now. People still running up on
that
me.
We were all on
all
together
summer. I told the young nigga I'm not on the show no more. He said, when, big bruh? I just watched you. I said, I'm not on the show no more, and I was gone for a year.
So now we've gotten to the point. You've spoken about the business, talking to him. There's a fork in the road. What has now transpired? Is there a way to reconcile between y'all two, or is there another path that needs to go forward on how?
All right, so when you have a man that has a ship, and you invite the man off his ship to come onto your boat to watch you fish, he assists you with helping you fish. He got a boat of his own. He got a ship, actually, of his own. He assists you. You go ahead and, set it up. For me, it's hard for me at this point, at this age. And I have kids, I have family, I have a legacy of my own that I have to be concerned with. It's hard for me to be a part of something that I'm not a part of. It's hard for me to be in the kitchen, help cook the food, help put the ingredients in the pot, help set the dinner table, help make the plate. But I don't get a plate. But I'm supposed to sit at the table, watch everybody else eat. The meal that I help cook. I don't, whether you want to take that from me or not, I help cook that meal. I even help set the plate. And I'm going to even help wash the dishes. But I don't have no plate.
How does that make you feel, though, Bigga? Because we all
understand. It makes me feel like this.
On.
It makes me feel, and this is what I want the world to know. No man can give you what God is not giving you. And no man can take from you, what God has given you. I work for the Lord. That was always evident when I came on that show. I get paid in so many ways, that my blessings from God, my blessings from the Lord.
Is there any way to reconcile?
What is there to reconcile? It's nothing broke.
Money.
It's my thing is
because you fought for us to come back.
Yeah.
So let's listen. We had great moments. This stuff, Math did, like, you brought your son around us. I brought my brother around. Essa brought his wife around. Math brought his kids around. There's a lot of intimate moments that we had amongst each other. It was a great time. So I don't want it to all come off like, this is bad, this is bad. Everybody was in a zone. We showed love to each other. A lot of the times when we do these shows to get our chests off, it's a lot of negativity. Not to say you're spewing negativity. That's what it's going to come off. But there were dope moments. There's things Math did for me, did for you, did for Esso, and vice versa. People didn't know all the music stuff Esso was doing with Math, all the stuff you're doing, all the stuff I'm doing. You know, and I always say to myself, I think the biggest regret is we all didn't sit down at a table and really hash this out. And you tried to make it happen, Ghost too as well.
Yeah, I don't think that was
Math didn't want to. He didn't want to do it. It's what I have to explain that what people have to understand is it was called Math Hoffa's, my expert opinion.
Of course, and we said
that was very important.
But people for
and we were not mad about that.
But and then just to clear your stuff up, yeah, we say stuff, but we always give him his props. I even said it during this time. I said I got popularity from there that I carry on to this day. People relish my opinion and my knowledge from the exposure that I got up there. I just think that when money gets involved and paying people, for some reason, black people, when they pay you, they think they own you now.
Yes.
Just think about the paperwork.
Yes.
Math had in the paperwork to post multiple times a day. I already was doing that more than everybody else. I was a post monster. So I said, yo, bro, every paperwork isn't the same. You have to give Hynaken different shit than you give me because that's what he needs to be doing. That's what I do. The business sense and the whole business thing around it is what brought it down. Math didn't need to be the lawyer, the owner, the accountant. He didn't need to do that. He needed to have an accountant that was paying people so he don't got to see the money that he's spending out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you set things up.
You remember when Bimmy was on the show? Because like I said, it was so many shows.
Yes, that was very clear.
That was like...
Yeah. Bimmy predicted this, you know,
he wasn't the
in
only
the
one.
show. And this is the time when I had knew too. It was going to when God always speak to you, and when he speaks to you, sometimes you just want something, you know, to be different. Bimmy said that day, he was like, I hope you guys don't break up. You know what I'm saying? Because now the money here, and I always see the guys break up once the money get involved. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, wow. So then he said something that it was so crafty how he
made one big statement that
he was
fucked
crafty.
Up for us.
He was crafty. Wait, let me finish.
Okay, go
Yeah, he
ahead.
was crafty with it. So then he was like, if you got a friend, your man is not gonna work for you. He was like, but your man, you could get money with him, but he ain't gonna work for you. He was talking about me. And that's what I was trying to explain the whole time. I was like, I'm not gonna work for you. I'm a boss. You know what I'm saying? For me to work for you, you have to be a boss of a boss. That's something different. You know what I'm saying? As a friend, I could already look and know whose bosses are bosses. You know what I'm saying? Bosses are bosses. We don't even have these conversations. You know what I'm saying? I deal with bosses of bosses. You think that I ever have to have a goddamn conversation about some money when I'm sitting with bosses of bosses? No. Only time I have to have a conversation about money when we sitting down figuring out our accounts of who owe us and what to bring in. It ain't no thing about, you know what I'm saying, having a conversation about me not getting my right money. That just don't happen with bosses of bosses.
With a creative vessel, like he's a battle rapper, started a show and all that, right? It's hard to see other business. It's just very hard for them because they are in a creative bubble, Bigga. You see what I'm saying? A lot of times it's not their fault because you have to be creative to create. But that doesn't mean you have to be a businessman in order to create. And those sometimes the push and pull of the business, and now you got to deal with these people in a business way that you never had to deal with them in business before in that light, caused a major problem with what we had going on. Because my thing to everybody is, how are people going to create if they're not making no money? You need money to keep creating and putting your vibe out there. So in order to do that, you would need to take care of your people. And Bimmy said a lot of great things, and this was great for us, but let me tell you how Bimmy fucked us up, and I'm saying this to you, Bim. When he said this one line, he said, "You're like Simon Cowell, Math, and these guys are the stars." I got in the car. I said, Hynaken, that motherfucker fucked us up.
Yeah, because
I said, once he called him Simon Cowell and said everybody else was the star of his show, I said, our days is numbered. Am I lying? I said, our fucking days is numbered, bro. And that because that was the reality. That it's a lot of emotion that broke us up. I mastered not being emotional in this set because I didn't really know nobody. You feel what I'm saying? There was no one for me to get that way about it. And even with me knowing Hine, my number one thing to him is we can't get emotional about the money. We got to make the money. We can't, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But the emotion was so wrapped up into your career is bigger. You're getting noticed. I don't want you to do this, and I don't want you to do that. And I will always say, yo, if you don't want people to do things, all you got to do is pay them correctly. You pay them to not do what? You pay them to not go work with other people. You up their salary.
The night y'all interviewed Derrick Rose, I spoke to him on the phone.
Oh, you spoke to Math on the phone?
Yeah, I spoke to Math on the phone.
Yeah, man, I got to get bigger here to find out. I
never know nothing about this.
I never knew.
I
spoke to Math on the phone.
I told y'all about it. That was the day he couldn't find Space Ghost.
No, I already told him I wasn't coming to that.
No, he was like, he was interrogating. He was like, yo, what's up? Where's Space Ghost at? I'm like, I don't know. But after we spoke, one of his complaints was he didn't feel like the family atmosphere was still there. And I said, what do you mean, Math? He's like, when I used to come in, it would be bubbly and exciting. When I come and I play my music, everyone's chilling and quiet. I said, well, Math, we're doing 40 million views a month. He's like, what does that mean? I said, we have a responsibility to perform at a high level now. So we can't just do or say whatever we want anymore. And everybody's just in the zone to give the best performance of who they are. Space Ghost got to get ready. So is Esso, so is Mecca. So if you're feeling the way, it ain't that. But he's like, it should be like this. And I'm like, nah, the show's evolved differently. Let dudes get in their zone. When that camera come on, you're going to get what you're looking for. And that was a big complaint. He started feeling like it wasn't the vibe that he was accustomed to. I don't know if that's to say he didn't feel like it was a good control environment or whatever.
In the ideal world, Bigga, what do you think should have been done to hone our success to keep us together?
I'm a boss. Boss of bosses at that. I could never think that I could ever run a successful team and not pay my people. Anyone would tell you that comes from my thing. I'm very big on that. People in the world that know me know. Yeah. I don't play about that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody have to get paid because that's the least that I could do before I could build you an incentive. Now, with us, I think we shouldn't have got paid. I think we should have got incentive. I tried to explain that to him, too. You know what I'm saying? I tried to explain to him it's the difference between a salary and incentive. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not even getting neither. But I don't want to be like anybody else in these guys and get a salary. You know what I'm saying? And you kick me off the show anytime you want, and then the salary stopped, and then everything I put in is,
we could have sued. We could have went to court. It wasn't worth it. It was the money wasn't worth going to the court. So it was like we just going to move on. I think that we're worth more than what we're getting paid. So let's go get it. So it was a whole lot of controversy with the Revolt thing. They say I opened my big ass mouth. I was pocket watching and all this other fly stuff. I heard a rumor on the fly on the wall that you actually was there when he had Revolt paperwork. Is that true?
I was there at the meeting.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know what happened at the meeting, though. I just know it didn't. When we left the meeting, it was supposed to go through. I thought it was going to go through, but it didn't seem to ever go through.
I heard some rumors about why it didn't go through, but I just want people to know that it was a real thing.
I think he turned it down. I think whatever number they ultimately offered him, it was said it wasn't enough. You know, it said that the platform was worth more, and that is too. When I'm hearing things like this, say the platform was worth over $20 million. So you know what I'm saying? I said, "What the? All right." You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? At that point, like again, you just asked me a question. I'm different. I'm on integrity.
Mm-hmm.
If we all right now do something, you know, and I get $50 out of it, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? I can't come back in y'all face and be, you know what I'm saying, and chill and, you know what I'm saying, to be amongst y'all and y'all help me get the 50 and I don't break, you know, your cut. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got 50. Even if I want to be greedy and try to keep, you know what I'm saying, the most of the lion's share for myself, I'm still going to make sure y'all get.
Do you think that he felt like, and this could be true because people feel this way, you got money already?
Yeah, he did.
All right then. So I mean, it's
my money got nothing to do with that.
But sometimes
my money got nothing to.
But we're talking about a creative that's doing business now. Mm-hmm. So you look at somebody and be like, yo, they got money already. I don't necessarily got to worry about them. They making their money on their own, blase, 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 blah. And if he looked at you like that, that's wrong. But I know a lot of people do that, Bigga.
I was good with that. If he helped me do what I wanted to do. And what I wanted to do from the beginning, what I told him, I want to do my own show. I have my own, you know what I'm saying? This is the Math Hoffa show.
So you wanted to do your own show the whole time?
I told him that from day one.
Oh, shit.
From day one. And that's how it kind of went to the left. I was there. This is the thing.
Okay.
I don't, you know what I'm saying? I've bodyguarded celebrities from 15 years old, but I don't make conversation. I don't network with them because that's not what I was there for. So a lot of them will realize, like y'all will see when they came there, I will go up to them and let them know things that they will look and say, okay, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because they know he had to be protecting me if he's saying these things. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm not the bodyguard at that time years ago. That be, you know, I'm trying to, you know, talk to you, trying to get your number or trying to, you know, I'm not that type of dude. You know what I'm saying? If anything, I'm the star. You know what I'm saying? Even though that might be arrogant type of way, that hurt me in math too. But, you know, even though that's how I feel, I ain't sucking up nobody. You know, I'm bigger. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's respect. You know what I'm saying?
So maybe he thought that could this be it? Bigga's here learning.
No, he probably maybe in his, but learning for 3 years. And even if I was learning, I don't eat.
No, I'm just, I told you know, I thought it was a travesty. When we left,
the only way I could be learning,
Bigga gotta be getting paid now.
The only way I could be learning if you're teaching. If I'm learning, it's from no benefit to you because you didn't teach me anything. You know what I'm saying? I've learned more from you guys just tonight about the business and how the business worked in all 3 years that I was with him. There are things that I didn't hear before, how it works. You know, Space Ghost teaching me things, and then white people that is connected to me because obviously in all of this, I do have important white people that's connected to me. So after a while, they're going to say, is this guy, look, tell us the truth. It's what's going on. Once I told them, now let me call my cousin because everybody's connected. Let me call him. He does this, he does that. You set up Bigga. And now, yes, I've learned much more about this whole business, but it came from people that's not even in our culture, people that's connected to me that, you know, have love for me, but they're not even in our culture, but they're the ones who's teaching me how this whole thing works.
Final word, Sean Bigga.
Wait, couple things.
All right.
One couple things. I know we got to wrap it up. A few things. I want to ask you because about the security you said.
Yes.
Very important. You're a businessman, right? So do you have you ever been in a position where you had to hire armed security? You know what I provide. Get this straight.
Listen.
I provided.
I provided security before.
I provided.
I have security sometimes when I.
But let me stop. I provided the shop with armed
all
security
the time.
police.
Yes.
All right, so we already know. So, how much, if you call someone like me, the going rate for an officer?
I don't know, but I know. Some 250, 300. Some people
hour?
pay 500. I mean, it all depends.
For what you were doing.
Wait, because I want.
I'm just saying
because
for what
he hired.
When you have a standard security, like say we call the same dude every single time, he might not get it. He gets a standard rate of like $250. But to be honest, he's only at the club maybe 2 hours maximum. And part of it is waiting for you to show up and you perform for about an hour and 15 minutes and then you out.
So the minimum, what would you say an officer gets?
$250.
An hour, if you had to figure it out an hour.
An officer per
now, I know
hour,
big, strong police.
I'm thinking is
that's what I'm saying.
An hour.
Huh?
I'm thinking $150 an hour.
Yeah, you averaging it out very well. About $150 an hour.
But
what you were providing,
it
should have at least been like a flat rate for that night. Like
now,
3,000 to 5,000.
Now, wait, let me finish with that. You know, real quick, because I know I gotta wrap it up. You know, now, not police, a big, strong muscle dude. How much is he? An hour.
We don't give him an hour. We would just give him a rate.
Even if you give him the flat rate,
he's way less than the cop. He's probably
way less, but
150.
Easy.
150.
Yes.
Yeah, but I can get him 150 for the whole time. Probably 200 for the whole time.
If you're generous.
Yeah,
exactly.
We generate 200.
So with the armed, you had multiple armed security dudes
now
for 3 to 4 hours.
What y'all didn't realize is that the cops work for me in my security company.
I knew that.
Yeah, you know, the large. I have over 100 employees. Yeah. Let's just say that number that you said, he was not even paying, is less than half. Now, as a business, for a cop, the cops, the police that you saw standing there wasn't even getting $50 an hour. But that was because of me, because of my strengths, because they worked for me already. And I wasn't making a profit. I didn't take a profit. Again, because that wasn't what I was there for. So I wasn't going to charge what I charge a business, what I charge CVS, what I charge, I've given him exactly what I have to give them. Now, that you are a business,
so you didn't make
also.
No money.
No, it's worse. Let me finish. Now that you are a business, you know that because you're a business too, so you will know what I'm saying. I'm speaking to him because I know he understands the language. If I put $30,000 in your fucking Cash App, but that was the $30,000 that I had to pay the men, do you have to pay on that?
Do I have to pay on that?
You're a business. You know you're a business.
Yeah,
if I put $30,000 right now in your cash app, at the end of the year, are you going to have to pay on that $30,000?
Definitely.
Yes.
You got to report it. It's $30K. You can't not report a $30K transaction.
So
you got to pay taxes.
So now you understand you understand the breakdown of what I just said.
So you're taking a loss by giving.
That's why you see why.
Did you just understand?
Yes, I understand the legal. So you took a double loss.
Exactly. So I'm actually paying for the security. I'm actually not only cooking. I'm not only not getting paid. I'm actually helping pay
them because you're paying
for the security that's there.
You're paying the taxes.
I don't know. Y'all remember the time when the garbage truck drove by and scratched my car?
No, I don't remember that one.
Young, you remember that time, right? And remember, I was mad. I wanted the video camera off the building.
Yes.
Now you remember because the garbage truck went and I was parked on the thing, and the side swipe me put the scratch there. We was never able to get the video from the building. And so I think you drive, $100,000 some cars. If you get a scratch on over $100,000 car. Exactly.
That's a lot of
money.
My
window was $3,000.
If you take that scratch to the dealership, What they gonna turn that into?
3,000
minimum.
No. The scratch went from the whole door.
A little scratch on my bumper
No,
on my
this
Beamer
is the
was
whole
like
door.
1,500.
It scratched the
1,500
whole
was a scratch
door.
on the bumper.
Yeah.
So we're
that's
looking at
fine.
about
that might be
5,
8,000,
6.
maybe 10,000 because they got to take the door off.
10,000 all day long.
Because they got to take the doors
it's
off.
10,000. You got to take the
You got to take the doors off.
10,000 all day.
And you can't just do that part. They got to do
If
the whole
you take that
shit.
to them, what happens with your insurance being that you
goes
got
up.
exactly
You get
because you got
deductible, it
so
goes up still.
in our world, we already know it's not smart to take it to the insurance. It's smart to take it to the
somebody
people
who can
and let
do
it
it
get
for
fixed.
you.
How much they gonna charge you?
5,000.
$3,500.
So you still down.
But before we go, right? Is there anything that Math can do to rectify the situation in your eyes?
For all of us, we could still have a sit down. We could still all.
I'm cool.
We could still.
Ghost don't.
Yeah.
I'm cool.
No, what can he do to rectify in your eyes for Bigga?
I love Math. He'd always be my brother. You know, his family's my family. His sons are my nephews. You know, I hope he feel the same about mine.
You think he's gonna feel this way, Bigga, after you did this show and telling the truth about him? No, like, let's be a realist. You're a man of God, and I haven't been around Math for a long time, but I know his temperament.
I didn't slander him
about something. I mean, telling the truth is what he considers slander.
That's slander.
Because I never, this is word to God. I never slandered Math Hoffa.
telling the truth that I didn't get paid is my
That
truth.
will be slander because he's gonna say, "Why did you have to go tell the world that?" That's what he's gonna consider as slander.
You went
the
to
truth.
these guys to tell them that.
And even him paying you the money that he owes you anyway for doing work,
what you were supposed to
is
get.
technically him. He's gonna say he paid you. That's how his brain functions.
I'm telling you. So I'm just
paid him,
saying.
but
Let's let
you owe him
Bigga
money.
close this out.
Yeah. What? Okay, go ahead.
Again, you know, I hope my whole thing is that I can't control the way no one else feel. That I will keep in prayer, you know, with the Lord. You know what I'm saying? That's where that have to stay. I can't control the actions of others. I only can control the actions of mine. And that's my bro, and he know. You know what I'm saying? He know he know what I was to him. He know what I still am to him. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, nothing has been said in slander here. He doesn't owe me. I told him from the beginning that he didn't have to give me money. I told him from the beginning that it wasn't about money for me. I told him I wanted to do my own show.
Maybe that's why he didn't give you the money though, Bigga.
No, but he didn't help me with the show. That was like, you know, so for me it was like, all right, if you're not going to help me with my show, but I'm keep helping you with your show,
we gotta
and
go.
you
we
became
gotta
successful.
go, but I gotta ask you this one question. Give me 5 minutes, 2 minutes. But Bigga, right? His show, and I'm not saying this, his show was already booming when we got up there. He had 269,000, right? But it wasn't where it needed to be.
Of course
He
not.
just got the show where he needed to be when we was up there last year. So could he been waiting on getting his shit to where he needs it to be before he can turn around and focus on somebody else? Because a creative, most of the time, they focus on themselves first. They can't see other people. And I'm not trying to take up for Math. I swear to God. But sometimes the beginning language is what people hear. You don't have to pay me. I'm cool on that. Help me with my show. I'm not ready to help you with your show yet.
How could he have helped you with the show, Bigga?
And not anything that I just wanted Space Ghost. I didn't need nothing from him. I'm an honorable person, and I needed Space Ghost, and I didn't want him to feel that. I didn't want him to feel
Like
that.
you stole Space Ghost.
Exactly. Like I was some shiesty. I didn't want him to feel like I was some shiesty dude.
Yep.
So I wanted to be loyal to him, loyal to the
always
show,
my
to
fault.
show
But
him
didn't we say the
that
same thing?
to
Did
show
we not say
him
the same
that
thing to
we
you?
all family. Space Ghost could, you know, this is
didn't we
all
say
thing.
the
This
same
is all
thing?
going to be
But you know what's crazy?
together.
So hold on, Bigga.
We said the same
Hold on,
thing.
Bigga. So what if he says, come under the Math Hoffa network, the show can be produced to you. I don't care if Space Ghost is producing it. Can that rectify everything? And y'all figure out the money.
I don't want my show on his platform.
Oh, well, then that's a crazy question. Then
but it's the biggest platform.
Let me say this.
Promote your platform.
We got to
go
together.
But let me say this, and you wrap it up. Space Ghost. Us as black people have to be able, whether we like each other or not, to be willing to sit at a table.
That's great.
Try. Let me just say this. Let me say this because he got to wrap up. To be able to rectify a situation, even if it doesn't mean moving forward with each other. For me right now, it doesn't make no sense for all of us black people to be in this space and everybody be doing all this other type of shit and it's super duper fractured. It doesn't help Math. It doesn't help us. No. Especially when people are better together. Yes. Yeah, we're good. We're surviving. We're popping. He's good. He's surviving. He's popping. But when you put two different type of forces together, cool. Now, whether you're gonna be back together or not, all this animosity, it has to end somewhere, like we wouldn't. Math helped set the table going on Vlad to talk about us a freaking year later. Math had no idea Bigga was coming to sit with us on Sunday. Yeah, no idea, right? So I take God's signs. Look at this shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Me too.
You go talk about us randomly. His man Gap Murder, I know for a fact, is telling him, stop talking about them niggas. Leave them niggas alone. They not doing nothing. He not listening. Now, Bigga's gone. Like, the sauce is able to be seen. You have somebody that started making money that they wasn't making before. Esso's gone. Hynaken's gone. Ghost is gone. Bigga's gone. Never got paid.
Misfit's gone.
Misfit's is gone. They say Mecca gets to say 5 sentences. Everybody else gets to say 2 and 3 sentences. They got 10 sentences together in the whole show. What's the point of that? The point is to make a mark and do something special. We're not going to live forever. Everybody acts like we're going to live forever and everybody's going to have multiple chances to do these great things. And I just wanted to say that before you sign out.
Yeah, Bigga, close us out, man of God.
All right. So I did, for the world, I always wanted to shoot a show. I'm a very talented person. When I was a little kid, didn't see, in our generation, the me and SO generation and Hynaken, the money wasn't there. So when I saw starving artists, I wasn't with that. And I began to become a hard worker and built what I have now. But I always wanted to do, I could rap, I could do a whole lot of things. I always wanted to do something. So when the show and this YouTube stuff started, I always was interested in bringing something to the world and coming to the world, and that always was in plan. I'm bringing something for y'all that y'all are going to love. It's going to be amazing. It's really going to, I think, change the landscape going forward. And
can't wait to
watch it. For you to look out for the Throne Room. The Bigga Picture at the Throne Room, and it's going to be amazing. You guys is definitely conversation.
He's letting us be on the show.
People don't
let us be on the show.
Yeah, this conversation is obviously going to have to be a part 2 because
of course, yes.
Who knows how the
congratulations.
Response is going to be.
Congratulations. I know they're kicking us out because they got it right. Go, we late. Yeah. Congratulations, Bigga.
Yes,
I really appreciate you coming to sit down and using your voice to tell even these sides of the stories and things, because you shed light on stuff for me. I didn't look at that Flex thing with Clue like that. Like I wasn't really paying attention. I probably missed me because I was in Toronto and I wasn't around when it happened.
Definitely.
But I appreciate you. I can't believe you came and sat down. I hope all your stuff goes through the roof. I hope we give him this footage and we help monetize your page.
Yeah, and
get on your page.
Look, that's crazy. That's something simple like that my brother could have did. It's so many things my brother could have did for me.
Like, subscribe, super
Part 2 coming, I guess.
Part 2's coming, and Part 2 is going to be on his
show.
We lit. BagFuel. Bigga, how can they find you on the gram? He don't use the gram, but you can find him.
No, Sean Bigga on, what is it, space?
Sean Bigga.
Sean Bigga, yeah.
But the best is subscribe to the Bigga Pick on YouTube.
Subscribe to the Bigga Pick on
the
YouTube.
Bigga Picture, but
get it right.
At the Bigga Pick.
At the Bigga Pick on YouTube.
I'm still learning, guys. I'm still learning
salute
certain
to
things.
all the celebrities that love you, man.
Yeah.
Even though we've been off the show, I've been hearing all the celebrities talk about
you. Know how many times they came to me and told me they came to the show for me?
I know, man.
Make you feel good, don't it?
It made me feel good, but Math never would say nothing to me. You know what I'm saying?
All right, man.
Yo, we out of here.